Brian Bennett's 100 against England was magnificent. Sikandar Raza becoming the best ranked all-round in ODIs was brilliant. Brendan Taylor's return to international cricket was an inspiring story. Zimbabwe chairman Tavenga Mukuhlani becoming the Africa Cricket Association chairman. Excellent. Sean Williams still going. Amazing. But could this be the big story for Zimbabwe cricket this year? This is the third man, and let's go. It's time for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup Africa qualifier to be hosted in Zimbabwe. For me personally, that's the big story for Zimbabwe cricket this year. And they're expected to qualify. They should qualify. If they fail to qualify, wow. Let's not think about that. Let's just go to the numbers. I love numbers, and cricket is a numbers game. So Zimbabwe are favorites to win this competition and qualify. But obviously, Namibia will say, we could qualify. Uganda will say the same thing. And these teams are in groups, 2 groups of 4. Group A has got Namibia, Nigeria, Malawi, and Kenya. Group B, Zimbabwe the host, Uganda, Botswana, and Tanzania. And if you look at the numbers, Zimbabwe has played Tanzania once, and they won the game. Zimbabwe have also played one game against Uganda, and they lost that game. That was in Namibia, and that game was probably the reason Zimbabwe failed to qualify for the previous T20 Cup, for the previous T20 World Cup. And so that's some revenge. That's the game to look forward to. And obviously, Zimbabwe are set to play Botswana for the first time in T20. Wow, that's the story here. So the first game Zimbabwe is tomorrow, Friday. Zimbabwe will play against Uganda, and after that they play Botswana in what will be the first meeting between the two teams, and their third game is against Tanzania. The format of this competition is simple: 2 groups of 4. Top 2 teams will go to the semifinals. The semifinals will be like the first team in Group A will play the second finishers in Group B, and that's the same. Group B top team will play the second team in Group A. If you win the semifinal, you are basically through to Sri Lanka and India for the World Cup. So the 2 teams will qualify. So the most important game here is the semifinal. But obviously, to get to the semifinal, you need to win the group games. Zimbabwe versus Uganda. Big game because Zimbabwe lost to Uganda. Uganda, I think, are the dark horses in this competition. They've done their preparation well. They've been touring teams. They've recently in South Africa. They're a team that enjoyed their time at the World Cup last time. And to be fair, they're dark horses. And Zimbabwe would understand how it feels like to lose to Uganda, because the only time they've played Uganda, they've lost that game. Up next is Botswana. Interestingly, Botswana is coached by my coach, Stanley Timoni, who coached Eagles in Zimbabwe, made history winning 3 trophies during his time. And also another guy of interest is Mr. Manganese. That's what we call him. But his name is Reginald Nehonde. He played for Zimbabwe under 19 in the 2008 under 19 World Cup in Malaysia. So this guy is very Zimbabwean, but now he's playing for Botswana. And he made his debut for Botswana in 2019. And he's been doing well. If you're following the warm-up games, he's showing his class. And also for interest for Zimbabwe, there is Malawi, where there's Daniel Jekyll. He made his debut for Zimbabwe in 2019 again, and played 2 T20s for Zimbabwe, but now he's playing for Malawi. So is Salim Niute, who also plays for Gladiators in Zimbabwe. And there are some numbers to look forward to. So apart from that, Zimbabwe also be interested in numbers. I love numbers, like I said. So some of the trivia is Brendan Taylor needs 31 runs to reach 1,000 T20 international runs. Only 7 players from Zimbabwe have scored 1,000 plus T20 runs. And Tadiwa Marumani, who's opening the batting, needs 81 runs to get to 1,000 T20 runs. This could be the big one, I guess. Richard Ngarava, the spear, the left-arm big fast bowler, needs 7 wickets to become the first Zimbabwean bowler to reach 100 T20 national wickets. And this could happen in this competition. And Sikandar Raza, the best all-rounder in ODIs in the world, needs 8 wickets to get to 100. So who's gonna get the first, Raza or Ngarawa? And Sean Williams needs 1 wicket to get to 50 T20 wickets. And Wellington Masakaza needs 4 wickets to get to 50. It's going to be exciting. To be fair, I am super excited about this. I would love Zimbabwe to qualify and make the country happy. If you were in Zimbabwe 2019, you know how it feels to lose a qualifier. And the same happened again a few days later in Bulawayo in a 50 over World Cup. And this is a chance to make the nation happy and proud. Until then, cheers, everybody.